What's going on, guys? So today I want to talk to you about Chinese New Year and how it will affect your Amazon sales, or how to prepare for it, what it is, and what to expect, especially if it's your first time, because my first time dealing with Chinese New Year kind of screwed me up a little bit. I got a little lucky. So for those that don't know, Chinese New Year is usually a 2-week period. It can be a week, it can be a month. It depends on your supplier. So normally it's anywhere from the end of January to mid-February, and on average lasts about 2 weeks. So in 2018, so this year, it will be from February 16th to about March 2nd. Again, where it ends depends on the supplier. Now, this is a very, very big holiday in China. Obviously, they're taking 2 weeks off. So what you should expect is the suppliers to even take a week or two and slow down production before the holiday. Normally, suppliers will slow down, stop producing new goods, and finish their current orders a week before the holiday. And same thing when they come back, they're usually slow to come back after. Now, like I said before, some suppliers take a week off, others take a month. So make sure you ask your supplier before it actually happens. Now, again, February 16th is when it starts this year, and they did just have a smaller holiday, or are currently on it right now. That's about a week. So they had one before, and now Chinese New Year is the big one that you need to prepare for, because they are busy. Other people are ordering from them and they do get backed up. So if you think you're going to run out of inventory before March 2nd, or even I'd say 2 weeks after that, if you think you'll run out of inventory before mid-March, I would put another order in, even if it's 100, 200 units. Now, one mistake I see a lot of people doing is, let's say it's your first order ever and you order 300 units and you're like, oh, I think this product will sell well. Don't go order another 300 just because of Chinese New Year. I'd rather you, again, this will be completely up to you, but for me personally, when I was starting out, I'd rather know that the product sells, run out for a week or two, and then reorder, than buy double the inventory and then have it sell slow. So it's going to be up to you where you're at, but I wouldn't recommend ordering more inventory if you haven't even started selling yet, because you can control your sales if you want to slow them down a little bit, last throughout the holiday. Maybe do PPC a little less hard. Now, one thing to look out for when you're coming back from Chinese New Year is a lot of the factories there will have a lot of workers either quit or leave. So production will be slow to start again. They're usually pretty slow for a week or two. And also watch out for bad quality products. Now, again, they're going to be firing people. Some people will be leaving after the new year. That's just kind of the way things go there, and what I've experienced and I've seen other people go through. So make sure you're watching for bad quality products, because they might be just trying to get them out quick, since they have so many people backed up who either didn't order in time and are now mad because they're losing money and they didn't order. So they have a lot of stress on them, a lot of demand. So make sure to watch out for that. And have a second supplier on hand, or a third, that you can go to, talk to, get a price, just in case something happens where one factory shuts down or they're slow. Now, will they shut down? Probably not. I've never seen that, but it is possible. So go do your research and have a backup supplier. That's something you should do anyway. Have one or two on hand that you know prices, and that they can do X amount of units in X amount of time. So you know that you have a backup, especially after Chinese New Year. Now, it will depend on your supplier whether they take 1 week off. So let's say they take February 16th to 23rd off, and then they're back and pretty much back to normal. Or they could go a whole month and not be back till late March, which in that case, you'd be 2 months not able to order inventory. So it can be a huge difference. Usually, the bigger the supplier, the quicker they're back and the faster they bounce back. But again, don't wait until February 13th to order inventory, because they will slow down and stop taking new orders, and those will kind of be on the to-do list instead of the act of getting it out. So I'd say order latest a week from now, very latest. Start talking to them now, say you want an order if you are looking, and again, if you need inventory before that time. So just do the math, talk to your supplier, see what time they'll be back, how long they're taking off, when they stop production, and see if any prices change. Sometimes they will charge more right before, because they know everyone's coming in trying to get it and people need inventory. So something to watch out for, but there is still time to get your order, so don't worry about it yet. But I want to make you guys aware of this, because this kind of messed me up my first time. I ordered 300 units, I started a new product, and like I was saying before, I was kind of scared to order more because I've never sold before. and this was it was my second batch of the product. It sold well during Christmas and was slow during January. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to last because Christmas sales were good, but January is super slow. And that's something you guys will see now. It should be almost over. Usually the last week of January, the super slow time ends. So if you've seen a third or even half your normal sales, completely normal for January. Don't start worrying about that. It should start to pick back up to what it was like in November, right before, maybe about 75% of what December was. That's pretty normal. So I don't want you guys to worry about that. But the worst thing you can do is lose all that momentum you had throughout Christmas and ranking your product and getting those sales by not having inventory because you aren't aware of Chinese New Year or didn't know how to prepare yourself. So don't make the same mistake I did when I was a noob. And I hope you guys have some great sales. We've been seeing some great student results in the Amazon course. I had one student, I think it's his 6th day, just sold 100 units and ran out of inventory in one day. I think it was 1,800 in sales. So it's been crazy. I'll try and get some more students on here for you guys, but if you're interested in my Amazon FBA course, it'll be the first link in the description, and I will see you guys tomorrow.